Afternoon. Okay, whatever, fire. We have DA reset today. There you go, set things up now. Do you not get triggered today? That is the question. Nice, hi, fire. Why is the TTS not working properly? Oh, oopsie. Hell yeah. DA is interesting. Oh, well, not interesting enough for me. Watch me do. Just watch me speed run through all of this. Watch me speed run through all of this. I'll stop. Anyway. Stuff like that logo thing. I mean, I can leave it as is, and that's completely fine. I might need like a banner of sorts. Because it's not going to be Yuden Dragadia forever.
Have a cup of coffee to jumpstart your day.
Yeah. T minus how many days again? How come the buff to figure out what to run? I know that one of them's gonna need at Sandy. One of them has to at least use Sandy. Alright, yeah. There you are. DA. Alright, Marionette. I'm Pop here again. Okay, what do we have here? Certain ones. Damage dealt by Aftershock and chain attacks increased by thingy. Oh no, it's the same one. Days increased by 10%. Chain attacks increased by 50%. When chain attacks, stun damage multipliers increased by 25%. Attacks 25%. Blaze and Chill. Okay, Miyabi, Evelyn slash Sanbi slash Trigger. I mean, it's great that Trigger's here now, because it means that you can at least kill Thingy really easily. I normally team on Pompeii. I'm looking at it, but my guess is Ben team on Marionette. No! It's actually going to be Ben team on Pompeii. Because, okay, well, what do you have to do? When... Oh, no! Yeah, it's definitely going to be on Pompeii. You have to use, like, defensive assists. Yeah, definitely. It is definitely gonna be, like, Ben material. That's Miyabi food. This is gonna be... It's between Sanvi food, but I don't have Sanvi built yet. Why could you use, like, a hyper carry comp? Either way, I have options. Let's get through this quickly. Alright.
Time for some hard labor.
Save an Astra for somebody else. So use Rena instead. And then this. Okay. Yeah, we'll get some of those old stuff. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's good work, Keith. Keep your eyes open. You cannot stop.
I think I have the wrong W engine on thingy. Actually, you know what? Before you do any of this, I have a good, I have a good idea. I actually have an insanely good idea. 1 second. You're gonna call me smart for doing this. Like, for the first time in Everblank history, you're gonna call me smart for doing this. I do have Rena's signature, so I can use that. Wait, no, wrong one. Yeah, I'm not gonna do discs today. I'm not doing discs. Amazing, look at that. Blank's finally getting out of his, like, disc edition. I might actually start thinking about playing, like, Rivals. But Nina needs to wake the hell up. Yeah, I know. I know, you guys go on to me about, like, getting, like, doing disc rolls, whatever. I think, like, you know, it was time. It was time that I do this. It's about time I do this. It's about damn time. Sorry.
Good.
I'm playing on Fortnite recently.
Press the attack.
These are fine. Hey, no, okay. I've been playing Fortnite recently, and I have, like, you know, the emote, okay? Can you blame me? Also, I don't really listen to her. I just think the emote's really funny, that's why.
Leave the red loose. There's no time to lose.
Wow.
Press the attack.
It's a good song. I mean, yeah. It is, I suppose. I'll probably have to get to 50, and then we'll just use it as is. I do have Denny's for days, so
1, 2, yes, all accounted for.
as confirmed, as stated, I do have the engine. Yeah, I'm gonna get 50 for today. 50's fine. It's at 67.5. Don't need to level up anything too much. I mean, this is only like a 0.6% pen ratio increase.
1,
I'd have to run everybody on pen ratio, but I mean, it is what it is. Oh. Cool. I mean, about Elisa, but... Right. Now.
How can I help?
You're right. You have my complete support. Head-made Rena at your service.
When you do? Oh. 0.6. 3 second. 3 seconds. 1.7 seconds. Okay, well, it's not. It's not thing. It's not. Oh no, it's like this is W1. 0.2%. Okay.
1, 2, yes.
Time for some hard labor.
You're right. Superior.
Yeah, we good.
Head-made Rena at your service.
Obviously, playing this game, I feel like Rena doesn't do anything. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm late, Yanagi. You cannot stop me. You should know that. Wow. My turn. Resistance is futile. It's over. Leave the referee. Purging slash. Enemy perception 6. Shall pay. My blade is ready.
Got 16 out by like.
Go now, Sharon. I see it. Surrender. The cold is silent. A preemptive strike. Fear comes from more than just feeling. Don't be afraid. It won't hurt. There's no time to lose. work, Chief. It's over. Waste of time. Such provocations don't go unanswered. My blade is ready. You're done. Supporting. It's over. You cannot stop. I slip. Victory. The only option.
These are all, but it's fine. I'm not looking for high score here.
Surrender. Leave the rest to me, Chief. Shadowless blade. To your heart's reflections. Fear comes from more than just the uncertainty. Enemies of section 6 shall pay. Dance, dance! Let's not disappoint our customers! I slip. It's over. Resistance is futile. A close.
1 second. I have to go and head out somewhere real quick, like maybe 5-10 minutes or so. I'll be right back. Back, sorry about that. Oh, whoops, wrong screen. Yeah, this one. That's it. I had to go run a couple of errands, that's why. As always, running errands. Fantastic. Right. You could probably...
Time for some hard labor.
I'll do Pompey first, actually. Let's see. Days, chain attacks, dodge counter, good damage.
How can I help? Want to see the red scarf?
To what do I owe the phenomena?
Thingy, but it's fine.
It's my turn!
Look after the boys, Lucy.
Watch out!
Gotcha now. Try my pillar. The weak spot.
Home run!
It's on the right personnel only. Make way for the undefeated champion.
We will. That's it.
Only champions make history.
I'll win. End of story.
I'll take care of it. There it is. The weak spot. Try my pillar. Move along.
That's 20k. Bye bye now.
You should have worn a hard hat. I'll take care of it. Gotcha now. I'm unstoppable. He got. I've got your back. Try my pillar. Feeling fired up?
I'll win. End of story. Start right now.
The weak spot. Gotcha. Hey, move. Yeah. To the line.
Okay. I think I could optimize it and probably get like 30k from that. I could. But it's fine. That first phase was like that. The first cycle was crazy. I was popping up over there, locked in. All right. Days increasing. Damage by chain attacks. Stun damage multiplies. Increased by things. And chain attacks.
Ready and waiting.
Time for some Joker.
Huh? Is something the matter?
I could probably use you to get away with it. It's not things
Officer
to do from
148,
max out finger
Number 0,
skills,
Andy.
which I didn't. I should have maxed out
Standing
enemy
by.
skills. We'll just do like
Huh?
hyper carry ability.
The concert started?
Number 0, Andy. A new case to solve?
Ooh, let's make a grand entrance.
So you're
The
faction.
concert starting?
Cynical.
Don't just think. The Denny's keep rolling in.
Alright.
Pick me. Ooh, don't just think about it.
Is the concert stage will be mine?
Just hyper carry. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything outside of just using. Cool.
My song needs everyone.
It's my turn!
Tough luck.
I've got
Another chance. Behave yourself.
feel the power of starlight! It's my turn! Careful!
On the right. Right back at ya.
I got you!
Wait.
Just leave it to me.
Easy target! Perfect! It's my turn! It's my
Good job.
stand still!
Behave yourself.
Feel the power!
My song is with you.
Let's clear him out! Stay
Pleasure's all yours.
here! Never, never, Starlight! Don't worry, everyone will get their share!
I'll eat everything.
Easy target! Perfect! Try this! Not good!
Another chance.
Feel the power of starlight!
Billy, go greaser here.
Don't move! Stay! It's my
You got game.
easy target! Perfect!
Gotcha.
It's my turn!
I think I'm to use like thingy, Chingy for this. I'd have to, yeah, I have to. You know, yeah, the proposition.
Awaiting further instruction.
I'll protect you from any danger.
A new
Is the concert? Let's make a grand entrance.
Lighter, so I'm gonna have to deal with like less damage, but it's fine anyway. It's Evelyn.
Allow me, Eve. Hey, yeah.
I'll cover you.
Following order.
Flawless. Neutralizing the threat. Nothing breaches my defense. Don't cross the line. Your journey ends with me.
Easy work. Yep. Here comes the first.
Counter it.
Hold again.
Nothing breaches my defense.
Great timing.
Don't cross the line.
This song is dedicated to the world.
Nothing breaches my defense.
One fell swoop. Face the consequences.
I still got it with Chingy. I haven't used it in a while though, but I do have a signature, so.
I'll take point. Don't cross the line. Nothing breaches my defense. The best defense is a strong offense.
Easy work. Huh? Just
I don't believe in weaknesses.
Don't cross the line. Nothing breaches my defense.
Allow me.
Heads up.
That's pretty okay. I mean, it would have been higher if, like, I use an extra DPS. But yeah, it goes a long way to use, like, 2 characters that have, like, defensive assist for this boss. Anyway, we're done with this DA. 9 stars, as always. Kind of cheesed that. I'm glad I built Evelyn for this. Well, built Evelyn in general, really. Not for this, actually. I lied about that. Let's see if we can get triggered today. I know your trigger would go a long way, actually, game. That'd be really cool. So it would be really cool. And I didn't say disappoint me further. Never mind. Plus the end. Yeah, this though. And today's around. I guess DA later. But yeah, not that hard. Didn't be me. I mean, I've been getting to hard pity recently. It'd be nice to get like a character before pity. Like it's been with me, Abby, and now it's like.
Hey, don't look down on me.
Gosh, it's just. I don't want to get to hard pity all the time, okay? Like it'd be nice just to have like win a 50-50 and not get thingy. I'm not going to hard pity. I mean, I have gone to hard. I've had summons where I haven't gone to hard pity.
Neutral.
Watch. Gotcha now.
Heads up. Securing the perimeter.
I need to reset. See, so arrogant. Imagine if I thought, did you not deserve? Oh, okay, whatever. I need to do it twice because my team's a bit cracked and jacked and all the above.
All right. Good.
All exits are now free.
I mean, I can kind of deserve stuff sometimes for, like, my hard work and, like, you know, admiration for Zenless. I can be a bit greedy, you know? I'm allowed to be a bit greedy. What's absolutely blasphemous is you insinuating that I'm not deserving of anything.
Don't look down on me.
I'll protect you from.
I'm here.
Ooh, we really harmonize.
Dana? No, you can't. Okay. Okay. Let's see how it is.
Next.
All exits are now free.
This one's for
Neutral. Heads up.
Sorry, I had to make sacrifices to make sure I get characters. Okay. Okay. Okay, Fire. I see how it is. I can want to be more fortunate about my circumstances, you know. What the? I think it's funny that this, like, you know what I think it's funny, right? Rack always seems to want to use Ben in any single content, but when he's forced to, he has to know how to play on, like, Andy or, like...
Specialized assault bomber. This enemy uses explosive siege weapons for close
I miss you so much. Why didn't you yet?
the rear ammunition compartment.
Right on cue.
My trigger story is actually great, yes.
Envy. You're out. Quick shot. Down strategy. Keep focused. I'm on it.
Supporting position.
At this point, not being greedy it's not being greedy sometimes, it's being greedy all the time. Okay. You know what my definition of greedy is? You know what my definition of greedy is? I think greedy is particularly when certain individuals have the means to withhold mindscapes or characters and or funds or whatever. Where am I going with this? Being greedy would be like getting M6 and W5. Like, why all this fortune and you don't, like, provide to those less fortunate? Like me, sometimes. Well, I can't. You know what, I'm making my point. Let's clear. Never mind. Second. Sorry, my cat was playing with something. That's what you call having money. When you have when you got people who have 2 seconds and 10 seconds. Okay, well, there. I mean, using the mouse when it has been so much easier. It is easy. The amount of control you actually do have is actually way easier compared to use like joystick. Fun. Goofy but fun. I just yeah. I didn't make a thing. My text, man. I get it. I'm quite fortunate. I know. If you think I'm unlucky, I thought someone who lost 2 50-50s in a row. I mean, to be fair, I kind of lost 2 50-50s in a row. Getting the guarantee. What do you buy back to get without getting the guarantee? If you lose a 50-50 and you get another S rank, that's a 50-50 win. But you have to get the guarantee afterwards. Unless you're talking about like standard pulls, then. Well, I think you got confused. I think you got misconstrued. Fire. Fire! Darn. I was actually thinking, this could be an S rank. I felt it in my heart of hearts. This could be an S rank though. No? Well, this could be an S rank though, and I've done my SAP copies. No, it's an A rank. Which means it's another pull. Nope, they showed the last. What? That's so weird. Are you sure it wasn't on this one and not any one of these? Because you can't just say they lost 50-50 twice in a row. Because when you mean by 50-50 twice in a row, you get the you have like the loss, and then whatever. You get the idea. Oh yeah, right. It's logistics shop time. It's logistics shop's time. I get to go and buy something. Wait, no, no, I don't. I need to do Notorious Hunt. Wait, did I? I did. Int! Yeah, I just remembered. I didn't. On the limited. Oh. Oh, okay. It's that bad, huh? I mean, it's more or less like a talent to be that unlucky, you know? Not saying that, like, you know, people would wish something like that happened to them. Because, you know, let's be honest, people want like 6 triggers in one go. Certain people. By certain people, I mean by those people.
There's no time to lose. Press the attack. Surrender. There's no time to lose. My great enemy to set me sick shall pay.
You mentioned that before. No.
I swear on my blade.
0.2%. Like, bottom 0.2%, not top 0.2%. I think I'm 0.8%, or top 1% in terms of luck. Well, I don't want to say, I don't want to, like, you know, toot my own horn a bit, but I am quite fortunate. Actually, no, if I talk, I'm in trouble. No, I shouldn't speak. Alright, calibrator time. Who's ready to get disappointed? I know I am. There's no point in keeping these calibrators, genuinely, because, like, what happened? Well, you'd use one, and then guess what happened? I have 2 of them! That's how unbothered I am with those pieces.
Take your time.
Yeah, watch this be HP? AP. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have to get rid of that piece. Alright! What do we do today? What do we do today? Do we pen ratio and see if we get a double crit on pen ratio, or do we do attack pieces instead? We're doing pen ratio.
Delicious composition brings is truly remarkable.
Me, the game said you only get one team. Okay, I mean, technically you have 2 teams because the game gave you a couple characters for free, but I'm not gonna say anything else. Oh, crit damage. And it was HP. And it was defense HP. Yep.
The joy that this delicious composition.
Alright, do I get AP here? Nope. Okay, do I get crit damage or attack here? Oh, okay, no, this piece is actually kind of bad. I'm getting rid of those pieces because I'm not getting AP rolls here. AP, nope, nothing. Bro, I could get like top 1, like... I'm not getting top 1 Vivian. Or doesn't look like it. Maybe a bad piece. This looks like an alright piece. Yeah, it's a bad piece. Well, I do 2 rolls anyway. It's gonna be attack and then... Yeah. It's a bad piece. Well, it's an okay piece for those that are starting out, but... For me, it's a bad piece. Call it greed. Doesn't matter. Get rid of these, like, calibrators. Yeah? Yeah. I feel nothing for these calibrators, I'm telling you. I mean, with him, it's about it. Gojira and Shingi and both the weapons and eat temper each, and then hard piece everything else. Yeah. I don't know why I tried so hard to do 50-50 back then. But basically, when it came down to Ellen's banner, or the first time Ellen came out, right? I tried losing 50-50 for Lycon. I ended again like M1. So... I didn't. You probably like are thinking to yourselves, if you have M1, why don't you just use Ellen? She's like another DPS you can use, right? I don't know anymore. I haven't invested into her that much. What is she doing here? A bit depressing that after 6th Street, the game hasn't really thought about making more or less... Well, after Chapter 4, actually, yeah, No, not Chapter 4, Chapter 5, the game hasn't thought to make, like, more unique models, because most of them have been, like, remodels of other characters, like, you know, body types, whatever, or, like, typical male body type. I haven't seen, like, Tin Master! Oh... Like Susie or anybody else recently. It's interesting. I mean, we've already had like a lot of relevant plot lines with like Venus or whatever, but rarely do we actually get to see like Enzo nowadays. Or like, well actually we do get to see Thingy, but it's only when you go and talk to Yaniki. As you can guess, I've been hard pacing very poor. Yeah. Quite unfortunate on your end, Matt. This engine line is pretty good. If only I had Anbies. I'm less sad about Anbies because now that I look at it, it's a bit more subpar than I thought it'd be. Like, if it's mostly just crit damage and that's it, and like a bit of electric damage bonus. I'm not missing on too much.
Good morning. Anything you'd like to buy? We have some limited edition items in stock.
Yeah, 25% and 20%. It's not that much. It isn't that much. I do kind of hate how, like, Sandy's, like, thingy isn't even considered, like, a dash attack. Like, only her EX special is considered what... It's literally just her EX special. Just to sit here looking pretty.
Number 0.
What am I like? What am I like? What do I do here? Your priorities should probably be this and this, right? Yeah. Just these two. And then I'll go and spend tomorrow just getting these things. Do a couple rolls here, and then that's it. Because the only thing I need to do is get. Actually, it's not that significant. No, it's pretty significant. It's like 10% less damage. Yes, 10%. I should probably go for this and get more crit rate. And then I can use like Haramasa's W engine. It should be fine. Even though she probably overcap a bit. I don't need to use like Evan's one, even though Evan's like 20, 50% crit damage.
Standing by.
Trigger's engine is so much better than Sand Beast. You know, true. I'm not too mad about losing it, because now looking at this though, defense is reduced by 25%, and you increase impact by 12% every single time you're not in the active slot, but use Aftershock. Oh, and you got 20% impact. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, and you increase crit rate, which is really important for like trigger. I mean, she can use like other engines. I mean, outside of thingy, lighters. She could, but it's better if you just get her like her base one, because that's literally 25% defense reduction. Yeah, I mean, I already have discs for that, but it wouldn't be too bad to go for that.
I am the Eye of Obel.
After like I build trigger, I'll probably just go and I'm probably gonna finish building trigger, and then that's actually like my electric comp. And I'll think about I'll start thinking about building either one of these two.
Let's get to work.
Kind of does suck that I can't do that I can't use we have to wait until a rerun. I'd have to. I kind of do hate how like how bad this patch has been when it comes to pause, because we had like 2 really good patches, right? 1.4, which is basically like the game reboot, and then 1.5, which is basically New Year's, and you had like a bunch of events you could do. One event gave you like a full-on tenfold. Another event gave you another, like, you know, gave you half a tenfold and a couple of like calibrators here and there. Like, you had stuff. You genuinely had stuff. It's a 105 pause for F2P. Yeah, I know. But 1.4 had quality of life changes, which does help a lot. This patch, however, for it being a swan song for like the end of season 1, whatever, or the start of the swan song for like season 1, you don't get a lot. Even though like the story is much more lengthier than like the other chapters, I feel like we're gonna go with like part 1 and part 2 now, going forward. I mean, it's great and all, but I'd much prefer it if they were more comfortable with giving away pause. Or more importantly, I've mentioned this before, I don't think the new raid books is even more than that. Yeah, I mean, new raid book is great. Not everybody would have finished it unless like you spend like thousands of hours like upon that. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. This is my biggest gripe. Look at this. Story explore combat. You can do all this exploration and get like polychromes over here. You just need to go and do a bit of TV mode. Yeah, you still get polychromes. You just need to go and get the thingies. Explore. Explore combat story. Explore combat story, right? Explore combat story. Chapter 3, explore combat story. And then with chapter 4, at least they had the dignity to actually just add this in. You at least had the ability to go and do a couple of like exploration quests. And it don't force you to do anything. Yeah. And, you know, of course, you're like a billion combat events over here. Including this event too, which is really funny. For like new players, it's gonna be like crazy. You got all this stuff to do. And then, start from chapter 5. Where's this? Like, where are the explore quests? None whatsoever, and that's my biggest gripe, because they significantly reduced it. Yeah, they've all moved them into thingy now. Well, no, the TV mode does exist still. They just don't want to focus on it because they're more or less afraid of bad feedback again. Because if anything, I feel like they can and should be able to add in TV mode whenever possible. But I'm not saying that they have to add it into story. Just add in all these exploration quests. You already have a side mode that you can just, you know, does not need to utilize like combat whatsoever. And let's be honest, these can take like a minute or 2 minutes, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes or so. Are we absolutely trying to? Are we absolutely resolute in saying that we don't need TV mode anymore because, well, we don't exactly need it, or they're trying to make sure you don't need it? When's the last time we did TV mode arpeggio? It's never coming back. You know what? That's the worst part too. It probably won't come back. It's genuinely depressing because we can't be. It's not just combat, right? There already was plenty. Okay, well, nah. If I go back to it, I'm gonna like start around talking about the same thing again, which is like, oh yeah, TV mode's able to like, you know, do a lot of, like, was able to like to convey like a lot of storytelling elements. I mean, guess what? Nowadays, enough in like even Hollow Zero when it comes to like any TV mode stuff. Like, are we absolutely sure we don't want people to experience more like story tidbits here and there, packed into like modes like this? Because why don't we have screens of like agents anymore? That's depressing. More importantly, why can't we just, you know, keep elements as is? No, we just need to reduce it. Yeah, the CN audience spoke, and as soon as the CN audience spoke, they just nothing good ever comes out from them. I'm not saying that it's like they're terrible people, or whatever, but like most of the time they're mostly just meta heads, and they very much would hate the idea of like, you know, any sort of balance in a way. Yeah, there's still lots of events still, which is great. Great, amazing, sure. Because, like, when it comes down to this, these events are quite significant. You got, like, 450 here. Not 450s. 56 here. No, 560 here. Oh, you didn't even get the limited events. The limited events are crazy. And then with this event, well, you do get all of these, but you're missing out on like all of these Polycom rewards. So it kind of does suck. We have the Nikkei mode with Trigger here. Yeah, we also had like thingy, the very fun combat event with Lighter too. I wouldn't mind too much about them reducing TV mode if they put more effort into a lot of the level design or the holo designs in general. I wouldn't be too adverse to that. But I'll be completely and utterly honest with you, I don't like how it's headed nowadays. Specifically because we don't actually get the ability to just reduce development time. By just, like, TV mode is so low effort to the point where you could literally just... Not just, like, low effort, but it's so... It's less intensive than doing combat to the point where I have no idea why we can't have like any why we can't translate most of these things into thingy. Like, fine, with lighter story, I understand, right? We wanted to emulate like a beat 'em up, like a beat 'em up, right? That I understand. Haramasas, I understand too. We wanted to go and do like some aim and stuff, but the same thing with Trigger as well. We only get to do that like a couple of times in the story, and then afterwards, right? Let's say somebody gets into the game straight after. Yeah, it's way easier to design, works on mobile, great. Yeah, that's the thing. It's way easier to design and works on mobile, right? But there's one constant with like this and this. They use very similar level design, and I don't want to say like, oh, it could be different. There could be variations. There can be variations. That's very much true, but I don't like how we're just having to compromise on just playing TV mode. Because you can still have a story being told, right? Because and then still have TV mode and then still like be able to get into combat as well. I understand that it was like nearly grating to anybody that just wanted to get into combat. And that's completely fine. That's completely fine. I'd say some quests might need TV mode, some quests might not need TV mode, right? But when something like... Okay, wait, what Black was saying? This one, right? It was this quest. Well, some of these quests, right? The teddy bear thing was like purposely eerie enough because he only had the ability to see it via TV screens now. Now they just put in assets and that's it. It kind of feels like a slap in the back. It kind of feels like a slap in the face. It really does. Also this. Like, what happened to this? Yeah. It's gone now. It's not coming back. And now they have to start thinking about, okay, damn, what holo do we use anyway? And I'm hoping that they don't catch on to the fact, and we're all hoping that they just don't catch on to the fact that we're pretty much going to use the same level design. The only thing I'm pretty much going to be looking forward to are just new bosses and new ethereals. That's pretty much it when it comes to like most of the content nowadays. I can enjoy the story for what it is. I just don't like how the puzzles are like you running from A to B now with Belle. I get that it's great when it comes to storytelling. I get that the twins can actually just like go inside the hollows and have like more capabilities now. I get that it's teasing the fact that they're like, you know, they could be agents eventually in the future, right? I get that. But it doesn't have to come down to the fact that we need to make very as useless as possible. I need internet progress so high level it doesn't make sense to these smaller side things anymore. I know, but eventually we're gonna start getting like Venus quests again, and that wouldn't make too much sense. But then again, Venus quests are always going to be combat related commissions. So there's that. I also feel like this I also kind of hate this too. I kind of hate this as well. Imagine like revealing or showcasing imagine showing you like a array story thingamajig, right? That you could absolutely do. Or say like just what am I talking about? Imagine showing us all these mechanics you can do in TV mode and then not being able to use it again. Yeah. If you want to, I don't think it'll. Yeah, that's the thing though. I mean, it's one of the HSR and they still put more things out in both them. Yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, that kind of is true. They have put more effort into like a lot of things. HSR and Genshin do not make enough animations and or specific like moments here and there. They usually withhold it for something like, I don't know, story quests, and you only get like a few cutscenes here and there, and they can only make what, like a couple minutes or so, or they have all these stills, whatever. This game has the ability to actually just either use stills, a comic book motif, and or have full-on animated, like, you know, cutscenes here and there, and they have like a ton. They do have like a ton of cutscenes. You can make a movie out of this. Like, in terms of, like, YouTube movies, as in, like, they take all these, clips, like, all these, animations, and they put into, like, one whole big movie, whatever. Yeah. I think new TV mode, I just have to kind of makes it see how actually how they were. I mean, yeah, because do you not know how, like, it was oddly kind of fun playing with TV mode. It kind of was. All these, like, you know, puzzles you get to go and do, you move from, like, one, like, door to the other to go and open up, like, all these, doors, whatever. Or you trying to switch on lights, you run away from, like, ghosty ethereals, whatever. And then you hop into, like, Ballet Twins when you get into a fire, whatever. Transitions, that was effort put into this. We're barely gonna have that anymore, because guess what? CN players just can't help but look at, like, have to make this into Honkai Impact 3rd again. Yeah, TV mode was like a very great break into thingy, and then you get in, and then you just instantaneously ramp it up into like combat, whatever. I don't get why we can't just have TV mode be TV mode again. But no, let's be honest, CN players and like basically 90% of people that quit after 1.1 tell us for what it is. Oh, I'm so tired of TV mode. Oh, I don't want to play TV mode. Oh, please tell me TV mode's gone. I'm so bored of TV mode. Why bother playing this game? That's a real question. You have Genshin, you have HSR. If you want to run, if you really want to do like your 5-minute dailies, whatever, or 5 to 10-minute dailies, where you have to go and kill like a bunch of Hitochells every single time, and you have to go and gather all these flowers, whatever. Fine by me. Continue doing that then. It was 10 minutes. It was like 30 seconds to do your dailies here, and then maybe 5 minutes to go and do like a TV mode. You want just you basically just want Honkai Impact 3rd again. Yeah. If, like, TV was a bit too much, they should reduce it instead of removing it. Yeah, that's the idea. That's literally the idea. I wouldn't mind them reducing. Like, the thing is, I'm not saying that, oh, it's absolutely, they absolutely have to keep it as is, right? If they reduce it, that's completely fine. That is completely fine. But we can't just have stuff like this. We can't have, like, the HUD like this, the HUD look like this, like, now, you know? There's, like, it's kind of depressing because we just had this. We just had this, like, 6 months ago. Yeah, it's actually been 6 months now. And they're not looking to bring it back anymore. We had Arpeggio 4 and that's it. That's all of TV mode. That's all you ever get from TV mode. Are we going to bring it back? Probably not. Because we're afraid of, like, you know, a lot of CN players that want to say, no, I don't like TV mode. Yeah, I don't, like, it was just very brain dead. That's all I can just say. It's a very brain dead mode. You got, for new players, I can definitely see why the people are going to get bored of this. But this mode definitely does feel inconsequential. You don't really do that much. You really don't. Yeah. If you, like, let's be honest, right? The Golden Week event was pretty cool as well. You have to go in and out. Like, you get to go into, like, a hollow, right? With, like, Eos. You walk around. It's kind of similar to, like, well, it's basically, if I can describe it more accurately, it's probably, like this mode over here. It kind of is like this mode. But it's all in TV. And you had, like, the ability to just do these, like, miniature puzzles here and there, and then go straight into combat. That was more, you know, enjoyable, in a way. But, yeah, I'm complaining a lot. I really shouldn't. It's just whatever now. It really is. It's just whatever. Like, fine, you got what you wanted. You reduced TV mode significantly. Now, what are they gonna do for 2.2 or 2.0? That's like a genuine question I have for like the dev team present this. What are you gonna do for 2.0? You reduce TV mode. You've already practically rebooted the game for 1.4. And but now let's just focus on online combat. So what is like what's the idea here? I'm hoping, for the love of God, we just have something to do. Like, if you're not gonna bring back like TV mode, right? I'm hoping, for the love of God, we have something that can make these two run faster. Because I know they're gonna have to go into hollows now. Or because they're probably not gonna be using EOS anymore. If that's what it is. I'm hoping that they have an idea when it comes to, get this, like, movement. Because I am not gonna be, like, doing these quality time, like, type quests, whatever, trying to walk from point A to point B on the same stage that we've always seen and played. And then we just end up, never mind. It's whatever. Like, seriously, 2.0 has to like, absolutely wow me when it comes to content. Because if we're not going to get Explore anymore, we definitely have to get something related to exploration. We shouldn't have this entire tab of missions just be omitted from like the newer chapters now. We definitely shouldn't. It's been 2 chapters now. We just can't have this be omitted, like, at all. Like, completely and utterly. Like, I wouldn't mind it if you brought back Explore and you just ran in, like, as the Bang Boo. I seriously would not mind it. Also, this was cute. This gen was cute. Listen, if you did the TV mode and you don't want to do it again, guess what you could do? Guess what you could do? You click here, you click that, and you just do start auto explore. And I don't have to look at the screen whatsoever. I can back out, wait 15 minutes, that's it. Yeah, it's sad, and but it makes sense for the lore now. We better just have to move faster. We genuinely have to move faster now. Because now we're just omitting Fairy from, like, legitimately a lot of things. Only today I was actually surprised to hear her again, because guess what? It's been time since you last heard her. Ever since, like, we did the story ever since we did the 1.6 story, or part A of thingy. I mean, we could definitely get like part B next patch, which is cool and all, but still, it's sad because like we have all this hype around Fairy about being of like, you know, Fairy being like infinitesimally more useful, but like also have like a mystery behind her. Especially when you actually have to fill out like these mysterious terms and conditions that you cannot back out of. And she's only cooperating until now. Like, for now, really. We're already back in 9-day proxy status. We don't need these small errands anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Until people start missing Venus again. And then someone, like, you know, doing quests or whatever. Or we're talking about Cami North again. Which, fine, but I would prefer to have, like, Cami North quest be in, guess what, like, you know, TV mode, and whatever. I mean, we're gonna have more Venus quests eventually. Or we're gonna have, like, a Venus / Cami North equivalent type quest. I honestly want to canonize, like, Cami North now, because, like, let's be honest, we still have to deal with the Spiral Flutist. Yeah, it doesn't really change anything. But like I said, even then, those still count as like small errands. I mean, outside of like the Last Venus quest though, because like she straight up got kidnapped and you had to go and beat up a bunch of people that are part like affiliated with the Spiral Flutist. Which is cool and all, and they're like connected, whatever, but yeah. Again, would much prefer if we had something else to do. No, right, he's taking really big proportions. Fair enough. It's going back. True. True. With permanent, and it's permanent, and it has rank. True. True. And you know your boy is gonna be grinding the hell out of that mode. I don't care how much of a sweat you call me, I will be banging out that mode. I will be banging it out, I will be winning every single time, and I will get top rank in terms of EU. I will win. I always will have. I will be bullying people. And I will finally have time to kill in like you know, during thingy, because I'm missing like I'm in my like feelings right now when it comes to 1.5, like when it comes to missing 1.5 now. What's good, okay, but now it's gone. It's gone. I had a full month and a half, okay, but now that it's gonna be permanent one day, that's all I need to hear. Anyways, regardless though, bring our exploration quests, but just bring it as the bank beam mode. That way we can still have like those, you know, toilet brain nincompoops, whatever. Just play it like, you know, not complain about TV mode being on our throats, whatever. Because guess what? You get to explore stuff and still get more polychromes. I've yet to win in every arcade game. You know what? I'll prove. You know what? Whatever. We'll do just that.
Morning. Want to start this beautiful day with a win?
No. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know, I should also talk about this as well. Regarding Fatal Fury, I have no idea what the hell they're doing. Like, I don't think we asked for like any celebrities, whatever. Probably just legacy characters, if anything. But I guess we're just doing this now. You know, we needed a DJ, like a world famous DJ, and like Cristiano Ronaldo for some reason in our games. That's great, that's cool, but I don't think we need it. I don't think it's like an absolute must-have. Like, we absolutely have to have Cristiano Ronaldo or this Salvatore guy, whatever. I don't know who this guy is. Like, we're looking at Duck King or, you know, maybe Iori, Kyo, those kind of characters, yeah? Well, apparently apparently that's too much to ask for, you know? Absolutely must have a DJ in our game. We absolutely must have a Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, I don't want to say it for what it really is, but that Saudi money must be really good if it means that they actually get to, like... Oh my god. That DJ is MBS's favorite music actor, Ronaldo's his favorite Cristiano player. Do you actually know what they're doing? I can't make what they're doing. I really can't. I mean, it's nice, but Hey, we had like one celebrity guest. I don't think we need like a second one now. Maybe save it for like DLC and people would be less mad about that. But that's in the base roster. That's in the base roster. Ken and Chun-Li are DLCs. Joe Higashi and Andy Bogart are DLC. And they're both Fatal Fury mainstays. Why are they DLC, but we have to absolutely have 2 celebrity guests? You know, part of the, like, you know, main group. And I get that, like, preachers, like, and I get that they have, like, students, whatever, that are there to actually, you know, inherit their art, like, you know, their martial arts or whatever. I get that. I really do. But Terry's right there. Dark King was... It's also kind of there as well. I don't know why we need to, like, omit those characters from Thingy. And then say that, oh, they can't fight anymore. Okay. That totally makes sense. I know that they're like favorite acts or whatever, but it is a fighting game at the end of the day. And on top of that, it's a fighting game that's based on a legacy IP. And maybe, fine, sure, they're like feeling a bit festive in a way, you know, considering the fact that we had like a bunch of other like old IPs that also had like celebrity guests too. It's very irksome, that's all I can just say. It's exceedingly irksome. Thank you for being stupid and running into your friend. I'm holding off until I get the, black snake. Goes. I think that's like the run over, kind of. I'm a bit afraid for like what comes next for like other games nowadays. Honestly, like, you know, gaming feels a bit bleak nowadays because like there are a lot of amazing titles now. That is very much true. But I feel like there's definitely going to be more or less like an appeasement for like certain demographics. That definitely wouldn't be like up to snuff with any of these kind of stuff half the time. Oh my god, that scares. Oh, invincibility. Get away from it. Oh my god, I'm supposed to go down. Oh, snake going play. Oh, hi, Kara. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, wait, hold on. Wait, 1 second. 1 second. Let's go! We beat you! Let's go! Oh, that's crazy. Only snake gameplay. What are y'all streaming and told me about you? Wait, what you told me about you? Huh? Me? Kara? Don't say it's basically impossible to get the green Guno because such an old series. You know what? That's fine. I get that, but still, it kind of feels sell-outish in a way.
Hope you had a great time.
I understand their logic or the ideology behind it. I still don't feel good about it. Yeah, it is sell-outish. Because we can't just have 2 celebrity guests, but you reveal 2 celebrity characters from an entirely different IP that people would have loved to have in this entire, like, you know, on Fatal Fury, right? In Fatal Fury. But they're DLC. People have to spend money for that. 2 main characters from the entire franchise that have been mainstays but are no longer mainstays anymore, except DLC picks. But we have 2 celebrity characters. Ronaldo, I understand. That could have been just him. We could have had anybody else. Just not another celebrity. Well, I also mean Ben. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Cara. I was talking about something else.
How can I help?
Well, see, do you want the game or not? I do want the game. You're right, Matt. Whatever, I have to go deal with Thingy. Hey, he's told me about me. What? 1 point. Right, sorry about the car. How do you find about me? Why me in particular? Oh, are you talking about Rakaruk? Because if you're talking about Rakaruk, then he also streams as well. But if it's specifically me, then I'm quite flattered. Holy crap, they just told me. Oh, okay. Alright.
How can I help? Time for some hard labor?
In other channels discs. Wait. Discord. I'm hoping it's not about this is probably about Rakaruk. It probably is. If it's about him, then he actually has Ben mod. But if it's not him and it's specifically me, like, oh, there's like the smaller streamer also means Ben is like British or whatever, then okay, yeah, then you're talking to the right guy. Oh, look at that, guys! I make rounds, you know. Oh, it's not right. Oh, yeah, thank you. 1 second, let me kill a bot real quick. I will crit damage on that then. Yeah, I know. I do have like a lot of rolls. So 3 rolls here, 2 carry rolls, 4 rolls, 4. Yeah, that, if you're talking about the British band, that's me. It's me.
How can I help?
Oh goodness, me, guys! I'm becoming infinite. Matt, fire. Yeah, you know your boy's becoming a little bit infamous for average free roller-ish. I mean, it's fine. Don't worry. Like, you'll get there eventually. Me, on the other hand, I just have a chronic addiction to like just rolling for discs. Yeah. The both of them can vouch, by the way. As like what, 40 days? He also has amazing luck. Yeah. I mean, well, okay. Say, I wouldn't say amazing luck. But I have pretty good luck, okay? Yeah. Yeah, pretty good luck. So there's that. My account is quite youngish. I mean, 40 days and 3 rolls average is actually pretty good. I mean, you're off to like a really solid start. Yeah, you should be pretty good. You got, sorry, because if I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people, when it comes to like their 40-day accounts or whatever, or early accounts, usually are typically running a lot of filler pieces. I mean, we'll just use like level 50 account over here somewhere. 1 second. I do be having a friend of this though. Well, not a big friend of this. So he changes the engine. I need to do some things with whatever his engine for another engine for him. Yeah, there you never another engine for him. I mean, if you want to, his okay, well,
Time for some hard labor.
his best engines. if you absolutely want to or have to run a defense engine, then of course Bunny Band is your best bet. It is max HP and 60% 60% attack when you're shielded, on top of getting an additional 40% defense, which means that Ben's getting a lot of attack value from that. BC is okay. I say it's okay. This effect is not as good as you think it'd be, because it's not 960% as 960% defense into, like, you know, or well, this initial defense does no, the damage modifier does not get affected by any crit stats whatsoever. It's only affected by just damage buffs, and that's it. So Lighter's fire damage bonus buff, Caesar's 25% damage bonus buff, that's the only time that gets affected. It's considered a crit, but it's not that great. I know, of course, you'd run a crit engine on him, so I'm running Haramasa's signature, but you can always afford to run anything else. His best Wenjin or crit Wenjin is, I mean, obviously going to be this, because he doesn't need to focus on his, like, the Wenjin effects as much as other characters do. His mods are pretty chunky, so you can get about 2k from his block block counter, or 2.4k here, or 2.5k here, and there's about 4k mods from, like, his ultimate.
How can I help?
Otherwise, very significant. Also, thank you for, like, letting me know that your friends talk about me, which is really cool. I am very small, so I didn't think that I'd, like, make, you know, news around here and there, whatever. Mostly, if it's just like Brack, it's mostly just me as well. Tunnel. Oh, I didn't hear anything at all. Okay, yeah, I was just talking about, like, Wenjins to choose from. Right, to repeat myself, sorry about that. This, not that great, does not get affected by attack or crit rate whatsoever. It does get affected by damage buffs as well. It is just 960% of defense as additional damage when you get a block counter. Even then, you can always run a crit W engine and just have him be built, and you still just hit as hard, if not way harder than this. If you don't want to run, if you absolutely want to run a defense engine, this is your best bet. It's 16% attack and 12.8 HP with more defense, which is really good for Ben. Otherwise, crit engines always work out for him. So yeah.
Time for some hard labor?
Like, well, yeah, that's just like a general build anyway. Otherwise, disc sets, not what I just said. 4-piece woodpecker is very good on him. It's basically his best in slot. You can afford to run Puffer Electro if you want more pen ratio, but as you know, his best set would be 4-piece woodpecker, 2-piece Puffer, or 2-piece Inferno. Depends on what you want. You can always go with 5 damage bonus if you want Inferno. I'm going with Branch Babes on because I really like seeing more crit damage. So on that ultimate, it's like 10% worse than, like, Rack in terms of damage, but it's completely fine. Well, it's actually 8%, so it's not that low. And you do have the ability to run either defense or attack. I do run 4-piece woodpecker and 2-piece puffer. Well, if you run him 2-piece puffer, you have to run pen ratio. 32% pen ratio is always the best bet. If you can, I'm not saying you have to, you can always run him with either Rena's or Grace's W engine. Just make sure you have, like, 5150 at the very least. It is going to be hard to get this. I mean, you already have good rolls anyway. 3 rolls average. You should be fine. Yeah, you should be okay.
Time for some hard labor?
And of course, like, the one thing you want to focus on him is crit stats. You know what? Nowadays, I've actually been thinking about making a video regarding why I've been talking about these things. And of course, this. I had been thinking about making a video, like making not like a run, but like what I do to fix Ben's kit, because he feels like a character that just does not have like, or he feels like a character that was like a good like that seemed like a good idea, but just ended up being absolutely redundant in a way. Light is guaranteed for him. Also between Grace and Bunny. You know what? Fair enough. Being Graces or Bunny, I wouldn't say Bunny is that great if you really want to have more pen ratio. Because if you do have like a little pen ratio, best believe might be nuking like pretty hard. Like you'd be hitting around. Well, you don't get pen ratio from Thingy, so I'm gonna have to go and consider.
2, yes.
Okay, well, let's see how I have this right.
Double the accuracy.
And I give him Rena's 1, and I have to add in 2.9. So 2.9 pen ratio. So 2.9 pen ratio. That's about 55% pen ratio for 2-piece woodpecker and a Wenjin, a pen ratio Wenjin. Yeah, you get like 55% pen ratio. That's pretty significant. Not 55, 56% pen ratio. My bad. My math wasn't mathing. Yeah, 56% pen ratio is very significant. That's essentially 56% defense reduction. Because pen ratio is essentially the percentage of defense you ignore from a character, you ignore from a boss. So you best believe you are hitting very hard with Ben. If you well, no, you can't really run anything like. There's no defense reduction with him. I mean, and you know, whatever. Disregard anything I said, because you know what you need with Lighter? You need somebody from Sons of Caledon. You know who's from Sons of Caledon? Pulchra, Lucy. You can use either one of the. You have to use one of those two.
I'm here, so we're good.
Or Caesar. Yeah, I forgot. Caesar exists as well. Caesar feels less. Caesar feels. What I'm talking about. Caesar does feel like less useful nowadays. I mean, it might just be me because I don't have a Wenjin anymore. Not anymore, but I just don't have a Wenjin. I just completely missed out on that because guess what? I lost to 75-25. Yippee. Good for me. But I'm not going to continue that. You only just get like 25% damage increase against enemies if you use like Dead End or like just use you know, you'll use hold attack, and then you get 1,000 attack from Thingy. Yeah, just 1,000 attack from the shield, which is pretty good, but
We fighting? Take me.
she isn't really doing that much. Might I see a Ben without crit engine? Oh, sure, okay. It is 170. 176.4. So the crit rate is, this is literally it. That's my crit value. That is my CV. If I subtract 1.18%, because I do get 18% from here. Nope, 16%. I have 160% crit damage. 160% crit damage and 60% crit rate. Just from rolls. -5, -50, so it's about 110 crit rate, 110 crit damage. And 55% crit rate purely from rolls. -5 why? You get 5% from like base. You get 5% from base, so it's 550. So to confirm this, if I go to a character I have not built yet, or I don't even have, 550. You only get 550 from that. Unless your character actually does have like base crit rate increase. Yeah, that's only it. You get 550.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
You can look at Enka, and Enka will tell you like all the crit rolls as well. I'm not only just a Ben merch. I'm not only just like, you know, well, I don't want to toot my horn a little too much, but one of the best Bens in terms of EU. But I do be a woodpecker merchant. I do be a woodpecker merchant. My woodpecker pieces are typically very good. Well, I do have, like, more above average luck, is what I'll say. My Ben is decent, but not the average 4-roller you got. Okay, I'll be honest, that's a culmination of, like... How long has it been, actually? I've never... Okay, it's been... With me, it's always been very wish-washy, right? I use 4-piece, like, back when I was starting off with using Ben, like, effectively, it was me using 3 2-pieces, which is not a good idea, because there's no point, which was Inferno, Soul Rock, and Shockstar, which made no sense whatsoever. Then I tried coping with 4-piece Puffer. No, so not 4-piece Puffer. 4-piece Inferno, 2-piece Soul Rock, which I did get, like, really good rolls on. So that's my first Soul Rock. And then I have another Soul Rock over here. And I have another one, which I got back then, which is over here as well. And then I had 4-piece Inferno Metal, which I desperately tried to get, like, 4 rolls on. I kind of gave up with that. And I went back into Woodpecker because you get more CV there. And on top of that, you don't need more CV, but you just get more attack, which is way more damage than using, like, 4-piece Inferno. And then, of course, Brunch Bait Song came out, and I was like, oh, well, I know what I'm doing. And I spent all my time trying to get good discs. Inadvertently, I've gotten a lot, some pretty good discs on, like, not pretty good discs. I got, like, my 4 rolls on Bent. I was able to get more forward, like, a good few discs for Miyabi. So I do have a bit of Miyabi as well. 3 rolls here, 4 rolls here, 3 rolls here, 4, 3, 3. I can just run for 3 attack pieces. Keep in mind, it might count to like 40 or something. That's fine. You have like, I mean, it's 40 days and you have like 3 average rolls on average. That's completely fine. Now, to preface that, I miss Mokata Society, so I don't have a crit engine on him. That's fine. If you have Bunny Band, that's completely fine. Grace's engine works fine. I mean, either Grace or Bunny Band. Either one of these 2 works fine. Alright, do you have a UID? I mean, I'll tell you if it's like EU or not. I mean, my UID is over here. Just in case like your EU whatever, my UID is just right here. Yeah, it's EU. Okay. Yellow. Okay, time to add a friend. So you are... Okay, add friend, check info, and that's your Ben. Yeah, it's pretty good CV. And you are using BC. It's fine. I mean, okay, I'll be honest with you. You can use BC. BC is fine. It is fine. W1 is a bit unfortunate because you are missing out on 360% additional damage or defense as additional damage. But it's fine anyway. It's just BC. Right. That's like a god piece. That's a god piece right there. That's a pretty good piece. That's a pretty good piece. Could have gone an extra query roll, but I would say pretty good. Really good piece. Really good piece here. It's a pretty good piece. I mean, 16%. Yeah, 70%. It should be fine. Pen ratio, attack, crit damage, crit rate. It's a bit okay. And... that's kind of unfortunate. But this is an amazing piece. That's a really good piece. That's a really good piece. Pretty good piece. Could do better. Pretty unfortunate. Like 4 flat rolls and it didn't even go to crit damage. And of course you have M6, which is like always a good sign.
How can I help?
I use it temporarily. My also, yeah, it's definitely dog water. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's definitely dog water. You are missing out on like what is quite literally 9.6, and 9.6 would have been like 140. Well, it's technically 141.2. Yeah, 141.2. It's not bad, but it's not the absolute worst. Because there are some people that will just run whatever. Your Miyabi is a work in progress. Your Lucy seems to be okay. It is M2 though, which is unfortunate. You are missing out on M4 and M6. Which definitely turns Lucy into like a S rank support.
Proxy.
But yeah, for 40 days, very good progress. Very, very good progress. You just need, like, keep on keeping on. I like to get at least 4 crit damage rolls on Sort 4. Yeah, it is on set for like a Sort 5. So I shouldn't complain too much about that. I mean, it is your first foray. I mean, I wouldn't say it's your first foray, but it is your foray into like building Ben. That's completely fine. Otherwise, yeah, it is a very, very good start. It's a very, very good start. Compared to like a lot of other players who are around your level, you said 40 days into the game, which is really good. Really good. Compared to other players. So, I like to go right onto like this Rev PGS guy. This dude over here. This Rev PGS guy.
This is the path I follow.
This is not great. FTP Miyabi main. Okay, well that's a 5 roller. That's 3 rolls. That's 2 rolls, 1 attack roll. Attack, ice damage bonus, crit rate, and yeah. People like him will overcap on stuff and they won't know why they're not hitting enough.
Eradicate all evil.
My new sister's progress is just out of Denny's. It's fine, don't worry. Everybody's out of Denny's. I'm having to withhold a lot because I don't have anything to build at the moment.
Standing
I say at the moment because I need to go and get these things out of the way. I'll probably be using Sign Beam. I do have, like, I have Porter, so I should definitely be, like, get my, playing around with her. Unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable using her full potential, because her full potential would be her Wenjin. But I can just definitely substitute it for, like, anything, like, either with one of these two. Miyabi's bench until I finish Lucy, Nicole from Scrap, and Lanton. My Miyabi sadly does not have Sig, but sadly the pieces are usable, I guess. I mean, you can always use Piper's signature, and it's completely fine. You are definitely dealing with a bit of RNG. But, yeah, you definitely are going to have to focus a lot more on crit rate, so you have to run crit rate main set over here. Just to make sure you get this part working. Not this part working. When you get, like, 100, when you have, you know, about 80% crit rate. You don't need to worry too much about that because you get 12% here, and you do get 30% crit damage here. So if you get like a ratio of, I'd say this ratio, but you're looking at less attack, so I'd say around 2.7k, you should be okay. You don't have Piper Sig. Works. This could, no. I mean, you'll eventually get Piper Sig, so you are definitely you're probably pulling.
This is the path I follow.
In the future, so I mean, you will come across it one day. You definitely will come across it one day. It's not now, but it'll be later. 1 second. I use Dino in the meanwhile. Well, I should probably read the effect here over here. Dino. For every 10 energy consumed, the equipment gains a buff that increases by 20. Wait, no. No. I should probably go look at thingy.
This is the path I follow.
Box Galaxy, because we can look at the full Wenjin effects over here. I mean, you're getting quite a bit of AP, so that's fine. It'd be better if we just got like the signature.
Limited edition items in stock.
Okay, and then we can go and look at this, our max dupes. 4% attack, stacking up to 10 times, 40% attack. That's for every 10 energy consumed. You should be okay, because Miyabi needs to go and use that EX special for the stacks. You get like 10 seconds. Also, Ben's engine, I use Grace's Wenjin or Bernie's, so I'll probably have to use Ben in the future. Yeah, you probably gotta stick with that then. If you have to use Bernie's, then definitely stick with Thingy.
Before you leave, why not try your luck again?
1 second. Right back. Is Ben UC still usable? Yes, it's still usable. You can definitely get like 20k on the DA. Or like S rank on Thingy. You might need to build Kalita as a sub DPS, kind of, maybe, sort of. I don't have Kalita myself, so I wouldn't know too much about using Kalita. I do know that she is quite powerful in terms of like being able to daze and giving you more chain attack damage, which is significant because if you're running main DPS Ben, you definitely do have the like that given ability to just buff Ben's personal damage or specifically chain attack damage. Yeah, both losing KR to be sub DPS at that point. Well, yeah, sort of they do, but
To what do I
in a way, you're always going to have to give Lucy a pretty good CV. So in a way, yeah, you have to make sure that Lucy can definitely like deal a bit of damage herself, and on top of that, be able to buff enough. I almost have her like at the, you know, threshold, which you don't have to, but getting to like 2.2k is fine, which you already have on Lucy, which is completely okay. And of course, Kalita will have to be a bit of a sub DPS on her own as well. You might need a Wenjin. You might need a Wenjin. Actually, no, you don't need a Wenjin. Any free-to-play ones, actually, no, we should look at a stun agent like Chingy or like Lighter. Any free-to-play stun Wenjin, so this is fine. That's pretty okay. You do get this one for free, so we can count that. No, this is not that great. So either one of these two. If you have like Kalita Wenjin, that's pretty much good. Some of Lucy's just on the level to this use on crit stats. I mean, yeah. You are mostly just done with Ben. You might need to get like a better crit rate piece. So something like this. Well, not something like this, but we'll say something like that. Over here. Crit rate, crit damage, 2 rolls at least. And you should be okay. You should be fine. Oh, Denny's, so you'll know maps to level 60 her and Wenjin 2 and 10, so I'll finish soon. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you do have to, like, me, on the other hand, I do spend a bit of money, so I have the premium pass myself. But, if anything, it's always a good idea to go to here, or, if you remember correctly, you do get a fair bit of Denny's if you just go to this guy, and then sell all your thingies. So, I'm gonna do that right now. Well, not that, but I need to actually get my snap dupe. Yeah, just remember to go to the outpost shop or the logistics shop. You do get your freebies there. Or if you absolutely are in it for the long haul, you don't want to spend too much energy, whatever, you know, think about just saving it for like somebody else. A whole 0 is pretty good for getting Denny's. Granted, you are going to be spending 17-20 minutes. Actually, no, you're going to spend like at least an hour on your level. Yeah, just ignore what I just said. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. Get wise, I'm probably going to be better when once I find what they call. Yeah. Wait, did I just forget to do thingy? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, this. Okay, well that's fine. So long, it should take you like around 20 minutes or so. Yeah, about 20 minutes. I mean, I'm a bit of a masochist, so I actually do it in intensity 12. I've already maxed out everything. In terms of exploration results, I have actually cleared everything with Ben Comp. Well, I mostly just clear with Ben Comp half the time. It does take me like 25 minutes. Level your characters and not seeing the and if you have anything not leveled, it also gives you a lot of test characters. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, you do get to max out your characters temporarily.
To what do I
They just
owe
adjust the
pleasure?
stats like accordingly. Oh, you know what? I do get like 20k, 2.8k.
Good day, Proxy.
Well, I don't actually need to go max out though, so I'm pretty much fine that way. I'm pretty much fine the way I am now. Yeah. Second interview. Miyabi's not gonna be finished until I do some of my priorities. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I should definitely look at like Mojo chat because sometimes there might be somebody talking in YouTube and I completely miss it. Wait, I think I might have like completely missed out on talking to somebody from YouTube. Yeah, they left. Nice. Currently, focus on endgame since I need to build my team still. Just don't focus on endgame for the most part. What do you do? Tower? No. I think the only thing you pretty much need to focus on is just getting S rank on Shiyu and 9 star. Well, actually, no. At least 8 stars on DA, depending if you don't have a 13 build. You're not at the level that you can actually just do 9 stars of DA, but you mostly want to focus on the polychrome rewards, so... Yeah, you probably need to focus on building Nicole. Miyabi's going to be fine. You'll get like 20k easy. You're okay. You're fine in that regard. And next patch is probably getting lighter for Ben. Yeah, definitely try and get lighter for Ben, because let's be honest, Ben lighter Lucy is a very strong comp for Ben.
So we're good.
Case in point, this additional ability is cracked and jacked. It's basically just cracked jacked. 75% fire damage. 75% fire damage. %75 fire damage. If you can absolutely do if you can do this as well, absolutely go for this Wenjin as well, because it's 30% fire/ice crit damage as well. Which is very good. Lighter is essentially like hypercharging fire DPS. There's a reason why that in Pride when he's considered like one of the best stun units in the entire game, next to Trigger. And Trigger's very like offhand. Lighter, he just hypercharges your fire DPS. It's all planned, by the way. Why Anton? I like him just. I mean, that's fine anyway. If you need any inspiration, yeah, well, I have a lunatic of a mod, by the way. By the name of Ain't Upon a Time. Yeah, this dude's over here. This guy.
It's our turn, bro.
He likes Bellabug a lot. He also is a bit of a hypocrite, but we don't talk about it too much. Anyway, you do have an easier time building Anton because he does get crit rate. He also does do a lot of shred as well. You can either focus between 4-piece Thunder Metal and then 2-piece Woodpecker. Or just do the smart thing and go for 4-piece Woodpecker.
It's our turn,
It's
bro.
27, it's like 27% attack. Also, earlier stages of Shiyu are also electric weak, so it's pretty good. Miyabi's level 50 still works. Yeah, it's Miyabi. Like, you just Miyabi your content.
Time for some hard labor.
And once you have a maxed out and you if you have a maxed out and do and also if you also have Yaniki as well,
My complete support.
which in my case I do have, you could just turn off your brain and just like let your brain go autoplay it. Bonus points if you have Astra. Bonus points if you have Astra. But yeah, again, you're pretty much just going to be focused on getting lighter. You really just need like 3 teams, like 2 teams, that's it. Just get yourself 2 teams. Ben, Lighter, Lucy is fine, or Ben, Kaleda, Lucy is still fine. You're probably going to be replacing Kaleda with Lighter. And then you said, do you have a second comp? You want to build Anton? Yeah, Anton, Bernice, Miyabi, and that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, you could just do that instead. Miyabi, Bernice, because she needs an anomaly unit, so you still work. I don't have a signature, so I don't really get the additional energy regen and anomaly proc. Yeah, Miyabi, Bernice, and then you have Sokaku for free. You get Sokaku. Yeah, Sokaku's fine. You'll be able to like you know, disorder like pretty quickly anyway. It should be fine. I was like these Anton and next character I've seen cheap Astrocoms with Seth or Polkra. Polkra? Yeah, Polkra can work with those two actually. You know what? Polkra does allow you to. I don't even have like M6. If you have no, you don't even have M6. You wouldn't. No offense though, but M6 is insane because you basically just have this passive or this additional ability affect all types of damage, which is very good. But it does essentially condition you to actually utilizing Anton's EX special continuously, which is really good. I'd love to have your problems. I cannot get Polka for the life of me. I seriously could not. I only got like 2 Polkas from the banner and that's it. I went up to Pity and got Anby. That's how bad it was. Now I hate to say it, and that's like a really big, and that's like a Ben like main, and at this point a Ben fan.
How can I help?
You can get one too many Ben dupes. It's not fun. Regardless though. Brother got M60 Porter because M6 got 7-8 Polkras. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you should be fine then. I thought that like within 40 days you wouldn't actually have M6 Polkra, but if you do have, you have M6 Polkra now. This is amazing. This is genuinely amazing. If you're using like Anton Polkra and you don't need to focus on Nicole's thingy additional ability because this does not matter whatsoever. You don't need any more ether damage. You don't. Yeah, Anton Polkra and then Nicole, you'll be fine. Tried M1 Bernie, so yeah, I could pull quite a lot. You know what? Fair enough. M1 Bernice is quite significant. It is more heat, which is very good. 100% afterburn, and then 25% fire anomaly build up, so you disorder very quickly. Unless you don't have it. Then either way. Thing is, well, okay, well, this doesn't sound and this doesn't sound great. What's up? Edson doesn't have his core passive. With Seth, he does. Oh, because of... Yeah, I forgot. Wait, I mean, how good is... No, it should be good. It should be significant to his kit. 1 second. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Wait, no, is it... I wouldn't say it's that great. No, it's 45% shock damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. You know what? Never mind. Disregard what I said. Porker would be great on something like Corin, but not Anton. Seth, I don't know if like you should be able to use Seth as a support unit. He's very selfish. Or if he is being used as a support unit, he's very good next to Jane. I don't know about you using Seth though. Unless no. Yeah. Like Anton's great. He is great.
Let's get to work.
You are definitely going to have to use well, you need a tripod thingy, but you wouldn't have something like Chingy. Wait, no. Would you?
I am the eye of Obel.
You said you go for lighter. Never mind. Disregard anything. 4-piece Jazz, Seth, Trust, and Anton. I have 4-piece Puff on him. You know what? Fair enough. 4-piece Puff is okay. You are just only getting your buffs from your ult, and that's it. And Anton doesn't really hit too hard on his ult. You're more so hitting even harder on his like EX special. You're shredding that way, which is fine. Anyway, I think it's funny how like Synchron's like lurks in a a stream and he just never actually manages to like hop in, and I'm thinking about it. Do I have any to stream something else today? Oh, 1 second. Oh. So cool. Sorry, my set doesn't have landscapes. If you, I mean, I wouldn't mind worrying too much about that.
Some hard labor.
I really wouldn't.
Listen, take me along.
Because most of it is just an army boost, and or it just increases his personal DPS. Case in point, this. One second. Right back. Poker with the it's gonna probably the same thing, and poker can be used in general, I guess, but I can picture Angel in general with the trigger kick. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you absolutely want to, because let's be honest, trigger is stupidly good. Stupidly good. Additionally, if you get her signature, then she just... Well, you basically have 60% defense reduction. On top of that, you are running 4 piece Puffer, Puffer Electro. Which is... If you are actually, like, running... Like, pen ratio over here. You have about... So the 50%, so the 6% defense reduction, and then you ignore 30% like of the defense. Yeah, you're hitting insanely hard. You can always push that agenda. You can always push that one agenda. I'm running extra with Papa because of Nicole. Yeah, I mean, even then, 60% defense reduction. And I'm including, like, trigger signature with that. Because it's 45% when you use... No, it's 40%. Sorry, 55%. Not 60%. 55% defense reduction. When you use an extra trigger. Or trigger signature. And of course, like, trigger itself does, like, legitimize the... more like just you using like burst mode with Anton, so you can be as greedy as possible. And then when you have that downtime, you switch back into Nicole, use an ult, and then you go back into Anton. And then you have trigger, you use like an EX special, you go into Anton, and you use your burst, and you just burst like more and more. You Anton over all of the enemy, and then you also like trigger, do like your aftershocks, and then you like stun with Anton and you shred. If anything, yeah, your answer's pretty much good. I need 11 plus latest event plus like of electric characters and you know, a ton of chips. Fair enough. Fair enough. You literally just killed the Anton. You literally just Anton your way through. Right, I don't really have much to do today, so I'll probably just end stream here. I'm sorry, Synchrons. I'm sorry, I have to end stream here. I do have my life to live. But supports first. Fair enough, Clara. Anyway, thank you for jumping in, and thank you for telling me that, like, you know, I'm making rounds somewhere. Like, I didn't think I'd be, like, you know, this infamous in a way. I did be trying my best. I could try, but there's Lucy on the banner. Oh, yeah, true. You know, the very important thing is, Lucy is on the banner. Lucy is on the banner. Again, M6 is very important for Lucy. Because, as you know, M2 actually changes so that, like, your ult and your chain attack gives you Chiron. If you don't have M2, then you have to use your EX special. Either way, though. You should be good to go for trigger. Yeah, Lucy is basically a 5-star support. If you just got M6, that's it. Like, she's that good. She's that good of a support unit. And it's crazy too, because at times she's better than M0, M1, Caesar. In general. She's better than Caesar in general. Not M2 though. M2 is like its own different beast for like Caesar. I could try, I've guaranteed, and it's a possibility for Lighter next patch. You know what? Yeah, you are dealing with 50-50 though. Wait, Lighter will probably be like part 2 though, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. You do have like 1.7, which will have events and stuff, I suppose. It is a filler patch though. Well, it's probably gonna be treated as a filler patch before 2.0, which they're probably saving like all the big guns. So if anything, they're probably waiting for like a Caesar rerun for that banner too. Because best believe a lot of people that struggle with tower nowadays. Yeah, but it's a guaranteed though, which is good if you want trigger. If you want a second team for, like, you know, like Anton. Lighter is very strong, though. So, do keep in mind, if you do get trigger, you have to save a stats for Lighter. Pray that he's not part 1, he's part 2 for, like, 1.7. Just pray that he's 1.2 for part 7. For 1.7. Why did I say part 7 for? Anyway, yeah, Anton would be team 3. Yeah, you already have, like, you know, Miyabi, Bernice, and Sokaku. Ben, Kalida, Lucy, and then you have Anton, possibly Trigger if you can go for her, and Nicole, which is your team 3. Yeah. Anyway, well, all I gotta say is, thank you for hopping to stream. I do stream every day, and there will be times I actually will be streaming a bit later. Mostly stuff comes up anyway. Yeah, sure, join Discord. We'll go and hook you up anyway. Otherwise, yeah.